this?
So my first thought was, thank goodness he's okay. I can remember thinking this quite vividly. It's a very special day. My baby boy.
It's my birthday.
How old are you, Will?
11.
11. How is he 11? How are you 11?
Don't know.
Anyway, I am Ree from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to another vlog. Should we go downstairs and see if Mummy's remembered to buy you any presents?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, Will, do you want to start with a card or a present?
I think I'll just start with a card.
Okay.
This one looks like it was made by the girlies. I sense the force is strong in you, Will. Okay. To William, have a very happy birthday. Love, Bella and Zara. So, maybe we should do a present?
Okay, which one do you want to do first?
I feel like the top.
You feel like the top one, but you think that's a good way to go?
Yes. What's this? Yay, a Nintendo Switch! Question, is this a Nintendo Switch or is it something...
No, that is a Nintendo Switch. You might wonder why it's got fingerprints on it.
Because you've been setting it up?
Yes, I've also put a screen protector on it so that protects it. And I couldn't wrap it because it's already in there. But there's some sort of game that you wanted on it. And I can't remember which one it is. So you have to turn it on and then you'll find out. But I have bought you a game. It's just a little bit rubbish. You can't wrap it.
Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga!
Is that the one you wanted?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So Bella had a Nintendo Switch because she had birthday money for various relatives and things and bought one of those. And we got that with the Mario Kart edition on it. So that game was already existing. I opted for the version and I had lots of help from people on Instagram and things because I was a bit clueless. Apparently there are two kinds of games. There are games that you can physically slot in like a little cartridge, or there are the online versions. Now the online versions you can all share, so we've gone for that option. I've also put a memory card in this, Will.
Yeah?
So I've done that already. Perhaps I should have just wrapped them all separately. It would have been more to open. But there is already a memory card in it. I already set it up. Because I did say if you were hypothetically going to have a Switch, I didn't want him to miss out on being able to set it up. But you were like, oh no, I would hypothetically want it set up already so I could play straight.
Yeah!
So that's what we hypothetically did. Do you want to open another present?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay, do you want to put that up there safe then?
I'll just put it
in
back.
here. I think this is just all like wires and cables and things, so we can sort those out later.
So,
I haven't touched that bottom layer at all. I just literally turned it on, stuck a screen protector on and like set it up so you can use it. Do you want to open the other Avengers one now?
Okay. Ooh! Honestly, Ultimate Geek Pack for Switch?
We'll open it up and see what's inside.
What's in your pack? Carry case, screen protectors, comfort case, charging station, play stand, racing wheels, gaming holders.
Should we have a look?
A lot of stuff.
Wow.
That's a racing wheel for, I suppose, Mario Kart.
That's cool. Is that some sort of game holder? Ah, that's what you need. Case.
A case.
Suppose you slot them in there.
Yeah.
Yes, and then it feels like you're really driving. You have to have a go at that
Oh,
later.
it's got a pen.
Oh.
And a cable. And what's this? Like headphones?
Cool.
Oh, this is like an actual controller. Like you would slot in there, and then it's like a controller.
Well, that's cool. Like a home gaming one and a mobile one.
Yeah.
And what's that?
Oh, like a
holder.
stand. Yeah.
That's
Stand.
cool.
Yeah, like
So you
Oh,
could
yeah,
leave that
yeah.
in the case and then use it when you're out and about.
Yeah.
We've got a little tradition of on each other's birthdays, they have one little present each. They just have, you know, spread it out through the year, really. One few less present on your actual birthday, and then have it on as an end birthday. Would you like an end birthday present, girlies?
Yes, please.
Right, that one is Zara's. And this one, let me just check it is. I've written the butt on one of them. That one is Bella's. Okay?
Okay. We got. That's cool.
I got a bell doll. The Disney band one. Jasmine doll.
So why are these special?
Because they're our favourite princesses.
But what's different about these dolls?
They're Disney banded.
Yeah, so they're people going to the parks. They're not actual. She's not Belle.
Yeah.
She's dressing in the style of Belle. And see, this one isn't Jasmine. She's dressing in the style of it. She like have to take all those bits out. And there's a surprise thing inside the balloon apparently.
I haven't had her.
I know you
I
were.
love it.
Oh, I'm glad you love it,
I
baby.
love it so much.
Oh,
She's lovely.
oh wow, she's all ready to go and take pictures in front of the castle. Look.
She's got a phone with a pop socket. She's
got
got a magic carpet phone.
Wow, William. Back to you. Would you like some more presents? There's 2 more behind there for you.
And this one.
Oh, and Bella made
I
you
feel like
something.
this one isn't to do with Nintendo Switch.
Well, you
Unlikely.
also got another one.
Yes. Okay. Oh, look at. Oh, it's a hoodie.
It's like Daddy's.
Yeah, it's like Daddy's.
You can match Daddy.
Yeah, I can match Daddy. Ah, Mandalorian. I feel like this is Star Wars toy box. And it is. It's the Razor Crest. Yeah, the Razor Crest. And it
Excellent.
includes Mandalorian and Grogu.
Is that good? Because I don't really know what that
Yeah.
is.
It's one of the it's the Mandalorian ship.
Yeah, because we've already got like the what's it called?
The Millennium Falcon and the Slave One.
Oh,
They're Boba Fett's and Han Solo ships.
so it's a good thing then.
And
Even
then
if Mummy
this
doesn't know what it
another
is.
Ship,
Oh,
again.
good.
And I don't have Grogu like that. I only have him in the thing. So
Yeah?
that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Fab. Oh, there's another card and there's the stuff that Bella and Zara.
Yes.
And Zara's made you something as well. She needs to go and find in a bit.
I might give it
Oh,
to you
Bella?
after school.
I
Wow, that
origami
could spread
ball
the
of
fun,
it.
couldn't it?
Have fun. Okay. That was cool.
Those are like hearts.
Ah, okay. And then one of these springy things that you had at the performance the other
Yeah.
day.
Oh, that's very kind, Bella.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is a card.
Ah.
Oh, and there's
That's
another
very
card
nice.
up here for Mummy and Daddy. Look, happy birthday, baby.
Saving this one. Happy 11th birthday, baby boy. Loads of love from Mummy and Daddy.
So the girls have got their dolls out of the boxes. The one little doll with the Belle outfit. Little doll with the Jasmine accessories. So, do you want to open what's in these little balloons?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Yeah. Can you help me?
I can
Oh, William can help
Look,
me.
I got a mini cookie thing tray.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh, that is really pretty.
There are like loads of
Maybe
things
it's like
you can
random.
get. Yeah.
Wow.
Like what snack do you get?
Chocolate bar.
The chocolate bar. Mickey
Aw.
chocolate bar.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Well, actually, it might be it might
Is
be
that
a Mickey ice cream.
Mickey ice cream, is that?
in the
think
Mickey
so.
packaging. Yeah. It
Wow.
looks like a chocolate bar.
I got these cookies.
So that's the children dropped in school. I thought we'd have a little chat about what I always reminisce about this time of year, 4 times a year, I guess, which is the day they were born, the day I became a mother to another child. With William. Now, I believe I was induced the day before. I was induced with all 4 of them. I had preeclampsia coming on with all of them. Now, I had this kind of story in my head from age 7 that childbirth was dangerous. That was because at the time my mother went in with her 3rd child, my youngest sister, who was 7.5 years younger than me. So I guess I was 7.5. So she went in to be induced. And she had undiagnosed preeclampsia. She was like really puffy and things. So I think she was induced just because she was overdue, as far as I remember. And anyway, 6 hours after, so we'd been in, met the baby and seen her, and we were taken home with my grandparents. And I think my dad was out wetting the baby's head, and it was before mobile phones. They had to try and get hold of him. Someone had to go and find him because she had had an eclamptic fit after having the baby and gone into kidney failure. So she was in intensive care, and then she survived that. She came home and everything. But I think I had this story then from age 7 that childbirth is really dangerous. So I can remember leaving my eldest with my grandmother, who was still with us then. She was so wonderful. I miss her. So she was looking after my eldest for me. And I can remember thinking, going into the hospital with my husband to be induced, thinking, oh, I hope I'm going to be okay, because I need to be okay because I have another child as well as this one. And feeling quite scared because I guess I had this story about childbirth being dangerous. It's weird, isn't it? The kind of programming we have from children that stays with us. Anyway, went in to be induced. It was before I discovered all the rainbow breathing so I was very like tense and ow, and I had lots of gas and air, so I can remember feeling very kind of drunk and looking at paintings on the wall and being like, what's that? Why is that there? That's weird. And just I can remember being irritating. I can remember thinking, wow, I must be really like annoying drunk right now, and not really caring, but I was sort of aware of my ridiculousness. Lots of pain because I guess wasn't handling it. When you're doing this, because then everything's tensing up, which is the opposite, isn't it, of what your body's trying to do. So when you're dealing with pain by doing this, which is the opposite of what hypnobirthing teaches you to do, which is this, your whole body does this and lets the baby out, not does this, and kind of you're fighting against it. So I had pethidine. I can remember they didn't have space on labour ward. It was at one of those times where it was a really busy time for hospitals for some reason, and loads of babies were being born. I thought I was in labour a week or 2 earlier, and they said that the hospital was on black watch and I would have had to go a really long way away, and luckily it all settled down. So I was on the induction ward. They found a space for me on labour ward. I stood up and went, ah, and my husband thought I was having a contraction, tried to hand me gas, and I'm like, no, ugh, and just dripping, loads of it. Just luckily that never happened in public. That was always one of my fears, of like waters going like whoosh in some sort of supermarket. I know some people just have a little trickle. Mine was a ugh. So they took me up to labour ward, but they decided that walking up to labour ward was a good idea, and I was literally just dripping through the corridors. Sorry if this is TMI, by the way. I should have put a TMI warning, shouldn't I, at the beginning of this. So walking through to labour ward, dripping through the place. And I can remember in labour ward they lowered the lights, which I guess now I understand, like having done the sort of more hypnobirthing thing, that actually the relaxation element, the mind over matter thing, the whole mind-body connection is really important. At the time I was like, what's with the mood lighting, you know? I was like just there for it being clinical and getting the baby out safely. So I can remember I think there was query meconium, isn't it? That where the baby does a poop before they come out. So they were worried maybe it was that. So they took him out as soon as he was born and stuck him on the little table thing. And I remember they told me they were going to put him straight on my chest, and they didn't. So I was worried. I was like, oh, is he okay? Is he breathing? And my husband's going, it's okay, he's crying. Can you hear him crying? Literally having to talk to me like a child because I was still a bit sort of off my face on the drugs. And in fact, as I was walking up to labour ward, I can remember thinking I needed to go to the toilet. I went to the toilet, and it wasn't that I needed to go to the toilet. It was actually I needed to push. So by the time I got up there, I did push him out quite quickly. So they took him over there, and I was like, it's okay, he's crying, he's okay. Can you hear, he's breathing. So I'm like, oh, phew. So my first thought was, thank goodness he's okay. I can remember thinking this quite vividly. Thank goodness he's okay. My second thought, thank goodness I have had 2 boys and they will never have to go through what I just went through. Physically having to go through that pain. Thank goodness no child of mine will ever have to experience that. And then fast forward a few years later and I had 2 girls who I adore, but I guess when they're having to go through that, I can imagine as a mum, and like chime in down below if you are a mum who's had daughters that have had children, who has been that one on the other side of it. But I would imagine that is a really nerve-wracking experience because they're your baby, aren't they? And you don't want anything to hurt them. So I think if and when it comes to the time that the children, hopefully a long way in the future, are at that time where they feel ready to, I'm going to be a very nervous mum, I think. I think that's quite natural. Just for them having to go through that experience, because you don't want your children to ever be in pain, do you? And you just want to take whenever any of them is ill, I always say to them, I'm so sorry, darling. If mummy could take this for you instead, then I would. And they're like, Mum, that's mad, you can't do that. But I'm like, well, I would take it. I would take the pain for you if I could. So he's 11. 11 makes me a bit emotional, actually. My last baby boy. And then, of course, on his 5th birthday, I was heavily pregnant with Zara, and the day after his 5th birthday I went in to be induced with Zara, and Zara's birthday is in a few days, so if you make sure you're subscribed, you see her birthday vlog as well. Not this vlog's over, but make sure you are subscribed because her birthday vlog will be coming very soon. Anyway, while the children are in school, I'm now going to go and get a little bit of work done. I've been trying to figure out this Switch stuff. I've set up all the parental controls and things, trying to make sure the logins and everything are right for him to be able to play it all. I've got to say, it's far more complicated than I thought it'd be. I'm pretty tech savvy. I've got all our phones all linked up and synced, and it's quite simple with Apple because I've got it set as I'm the main account holder, and then whatever I buy, all the rest of the family can download, obviously the children with my permission. It seems a lot more complicated with the Switch, and I'm wondering, because I've done it all digitally, would I have been better off buying the physical games because that's less complicated, because this primary console and who bought this and whether this one can play it on this one, whatever. Let me know if you are a family of Switch owners and how you set it up. Do you do the digital or the physical cartridge games? Because I'm feeling that the digital route might not have been the best way to go upon reflection. Now, every year around the children's birthdays, I ask them a series of questions in little birthday interviews to capture a little snapshot of them at that age. So while I get on with some work, please enjoy William's birthday interview with an 11-year-old that I actually filmed yesterday. What's your name?
William.
How old are you now?
I am 11 years old.
How tall are you?
About 1 meter 45 centimeters.
And why is it so important to know how tall you are?
So you can go on roller coasters and stuff.
What's your favourite colour?
Green, like a dark green, especially when drawn as a fire.
What?
I don't know. I like the colour of green fire. You
Wow.
know, like in Sleeping Beauty, when Maleficent comes,
right.
the green fire, I like that.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A Disney Imagineer, working on the engineering of the roller coasters and things like that.
What are you really good at?
Well, I'm pretty good at maths and Disney facts.
What do you find hard?
Often just remembering some things that aren't important to me, I suppose.
Oh, I think a lot of people struggle with that, baby. Who's your best friend?
Oh, well, I've got a few. Names are Ollie, Jacob, Joe, and Gabriel.
What's your favourite thing to do at school?
Well, I like maths and stuff. It just feels nice in your head, figuring out the sums, something to concentrate on.
What makes you happy?
Going to Disney.
What's your favourite film?
My favourite Star Wars film, at least, is Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. Do you have a favourite overall film?
I don't know.
Can you narrow it down to a favourite franchise?
Probably Star Wars.
More than Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Marvel was up there for a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
is it competing for the top spot?
Yeah, Star Wars still remains nice. They're just not making too much anymore.
What about all the Star Wars series?
Apart from Andor.
Yeah. What do you rate the Star Wars series?
Well, I haven't actually watched all of it yet.
Ah, okay. Maybe that's something to be doing while you're 11.
Yeah.
Best ride in Disneyland Paris?
I think Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain.
And why would you say that one? Why is that your pick?
The cannon at the start, it just feels so nice.
Do you have a second and third?
I don't know. Probably Flight Force was pretty good. And there's not many projections you can pick up on the camera, but it does look nice in real life.
And how about Walt Disney World? What would you say is the best ride there?
I don't know actually. Maybe Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run?
Now that one, more than Rise of the Resistance.
It's better because you can control it.
Because Rise of the Resistance is the one everyone queues for, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you would say Smuggler's Run's better.
Yeah, I think so.
And what's the queue time comparison?
Half the time.
Wow.
Literally, it's an hour for Smuggler's Run and 2 hours for Rise of the Resistance, sometimes 3 or 4.
Wow. Okay, I need you to answer this one quickly, and I want your first reaction.
Okay.
Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, or Disney Cruise? Just pick one. Go.
I think the Disney Cruise just...
Really? Wow. Okay.
You know, it just feels so relaxing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, really interesting choice. Just curious as to your reasons for that choice. I'm surprised. I thought you'd pick one of the parks with the rides, but the cruise, I mean, I love the cruise.
The cruise is just...
The Disney cruise is amazing.
takes away all the bad thoughts.
It does. So are you excited for the cruise?
Yes, definitely.
Not long now. Not long now, later
long.
this year. We did your first West End show last year. So would you like to go to the theatre to see any other shows, and if so, which shows?
Yeah, I think Hamilton.
And why do you fancy seeing Hamilton?
The songs and just so catchy, and even a bit of a history lesson, so...
What's your favourite toy?
I do enjoy my board games, and like, if I'm bored, I'll just get out a board game. You know, mess around with the stuff in it and, you know, the components.
Yeah, you do love board games. One of the things you fancied doing when you were a bit younger is designing board games. I think you'd be good at that.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd look at thinking of doing in the future?
Maybe.
I think you'd be really good at that, Will. Favourite thing to do?
I'm not sure. This is, like, very hard. Well, I enjoy going on Disney rides, probably.
Favourite thing to do at home?
Talking about, like, at home, maybe just play a board game.
Yeah. Favourite place to go?
One of the Disney parks, probably, but I don't know.
Okay, this one I'm going to need you to answer quickly. First thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Favourite trip last year?
No, I don't know. Maybe the Walt Disney World one.
Yeah.
'Cause that's just, you know, there were so many parks and everything, you know?
That was pretty epic. Favourite animal?
I don't know, actually. Maybe like a giraffe.
Favourite sibling?
Never been able to decide. Never will.
So all of them, that's lovely, Will. What was your best memory of being 10?
Maybe like seeing Avengers Campus for the first time.
Yeah, your face was everything. The most excited I'd seen your face was not seeing Avengers Campus for the first time, but riding that one where you shoot the spider bot.
Oh yeah.
I think if anyone could strive to be half as happy as William on the spider bot ride, we'd all be very happy people. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Maybe just to like teleport so I can get around the place, and you know, it would be a lot cheaper to go to Disney, definitely.
It definitely would, yeah. Do you share with your siblings?
Yeah, but often they don't really want to share as such.
So do they share with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't
Yeah.
sound convinced.
Yeah, it's just, I don't really ask for much from them that often anyways, but yes, they do.
No, if there is squabbling going on, it tends to be between the girls, and you tend to stay out of it a bit more, don't you?
I try.
You do, yeah. Okay, what is something I always say to you?
I love you?
Yeah, I do say that a lot.
Yeah.
Who loves you the most?
Maybe Mummy?
I hope you enjoyed William's little interview as much as I did. I thought his answers were just adorable. So it's time now to go and get the children from school. Where has the day gone? The children will get to pick what they want for dinner on their birthdays. William has chosen enchiladas, so that's what we're having. He's already had his birthday party. Bella's birthday was late December. William's obviously is today. So mid-January we had a bowling party. Bella was in one lane, William and his friends were in another lane. They had a really good time actually. I actually found it wasn't too stressful a party for those age groups. So Bella's 8, William's 11. It worked really, really well. So can recommend a bowling party because we just showed up with cake. In fact, I even took Easter eggs instead of goodie bags. That worked out really, really well as an easy option without like having to think of lots of bits of tat to put in a goodie bag, and they were all really chuffed. So yeah, that went really well. He enjoyed that. So he's not having a birthday party today, that's already done. But we are going to have enchiladas and obviously cake because I love birthday cake. We all love birthday cake. William has chosen an Avengers cake, and I'm rather chuffed because he's chosen one of the ones with that amazing rollout fondant icing that I'm obsessed with. So my darling 11-year-old boy, have you had a nice birthday?
Yeah.
Favourite present?
Probably the Nintendo Switch.
Cool. And best game so far?
I think maybe like a Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
Cool.
I do really like that.
Well, it was one of the, I'm just glad that I remembered to get the right one that you'd asked for, because you are quite into Star Wars. There were quite a few different Star Wars ones. So anyway, I'm glad you've had a nice day. You did enjoy your enchiladas. You did have seconds for
Yes.
enchiladas, didn't you? Yes, and the cake was very yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Well, I'm going to get you lot off to bed. I think I'm going to go to bed myself because I appear to be losing my voice. That's not good, is it? So thanks so much for watching and sharing William's birthday with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all those YouTubey things that we talk about. See you guys soon.
Bye.